What's up, everybody? This is SymphoniaFan64 here, and welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy I: Dawn of Souls. Alright, quick recap. In the last part, we completely cleared out the Mirage Tower. So now we are going to explore the mysteries of the castle in the sky. I mean the Flying Fortress. Though I do believe in the original NES it was known as the Floating Castle. Still, it's called... So still, it's a castle in the sky. But in here, it's a fortress. And automatically we get thrust into a battle with a new enemy known as the Death Knight. These guys are a lot stronger than their Black Knight compatriots. I do believe they hit harder, and I think they cast death. I'm not so sure. I never actually had that happen before. So, let's see what happens. And I'm going to be conserving my magic throughout our exploration here. And he doesn't get a chance! You don't get a chance. Alright, it's time for me to bring up a little bit of a note here. You can also encounter the Evil Eye here. Remember that enemy I fought in the Ice Cavern? The boss that I fought in the Cavern of Ice? Yeah, you can find them here, but now they are a normal enemy. And we come across another new enemy known as the Spirit Naga. Now, these guys love to cast Blink, which will increase their invasion. Or evasion. Sorry, wrong choice of word there. Alright, let's take this sucker down. And just like that, it's dead. Oh, and I forgot to mention that Joel and Logan gained a level, but before that, Felicia gained a level when I fought that Evil Eye. And we find 4 chests in here. Then I find 7,900 gil. A potion? Really? A potion this late in the game? Oh well, I got 29 of them, so why am I complaining? And I find 9,900 gil. And I found 4,150 gil. Moving on. You know what this reminds me of? After that battle, I grew to level 46, so now I'm caught up with everybody. But like I was saying, you know what this reminds me of? Jeez, I can't get a word in edgewise in this part. You know what I'm saying? But I also want to show off that I got a new weapon known as the Deathbringer. A sword that casts death when used. This is a pretty good item if you're going up against single enemies. Or like a small group of enemies and you just want to get them out of the way quicker. It's not really that good, and I can't equip it. The only class that can equip it is the Red Wizard, so it's practically useless to me. So, and plus, I'll be getting a better sword. But as I was saying, I can get a word in edgewise in this part. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to say here is, okay, I'm just gonna stand right there because I cannot get a word in edgewise in this part. But you know what this reminds me of? And I'm pretty sure all of you probably are, maybe some of you are thinking the same thing I am. You know what this reminds me of? I mean, we're in a castle in the sky. This kind of reminds me of that anime movie directed by, I can't remember his name for the life of me. But I know he makes really great movies. I'm a big fan of his movies. But this kind of reminds me of this. I need to see that movie. I mean, I've heard it's a really great movie, but I never actually saw it myself, but, yeah, I mean, I've seen his other works, like Princess Mononoke, Howl's Moving Castle, Spirited Away. Yeah, those were pretty good movies. I like those. But, enough what I was saying, it's time to continue on. And we find a Razor, another piece of equipment that casts another spell, which is Scourge. It's a saber that casts Scourge when used, and Scourge is a all-party spell that will instantly KO. This is something that's a lot better than the Deathbringer in my opinion, because the Deathbringer can only target one enemy, whereas the Razor can select multiple. So pick your poison. I would actually say keep the Razor if you're going up against like those weak enemies, but just let you know, Scourge and Death I don't think work on the undead. So if you're going up against the undead and you find these guys, it's better you use your Mage's Staff or your Light Axe, because that's your best bet. So let's continue on. Alright. Oh, don't want to go in there. Let's go over here, because ooh, we come across another enemy, known as the Air Elemental. Now, unlike its predecessor, the Water Elemental, this one is actually not weak to anything. Like the Earth Elemental, it's not weak to anything. So the only thing you can do is just attack it with physical attacks. That's all. But it pretty much has the same attack pattern as the Water Elemental. Sorry about that. Had something in my throat. And we're continuing on over here. And we find 5 chests in here. Let's open this one. We get 180 gil. And there was a little glitch there. Open this chest and we get a Protect Ring, which will be good for selling, because I've already got 4 Protect Rings already. We find 5,000 gil. We find 6,720 gil. And we found another Healing Helm, which I'll probably be selling. And now that we're done with this room, alright, now we're done with this floor. Let's move. And after that fight, Felicia gained a level. So let's continue on to the next floor. Beam me up, Scotty. Wait. Why am I not on the warp tile? Why am I... forget it. I'll just turn my head. Now we're on another floor, and there are more chests. Rooms with chests in it. And we come across another enemy known as the Manticore. Now, these guys are the ones that will use an attack known as Poison Darts, which is an all-party attack that will, if it makes contact, poison your party members. So be careful. And look how broken Joel is now. And there's Poison Darts, and it failed. And as you can see, Joel and Logan grew to level 47 as well, so I'm still left in the dust again. And I find a cottage, and a Mithril Helm? A Mithril Helm! Really? Really? Of all the equipment I can find here, I have to find something that's completely useless. God! This is stupid! Why would I find a Mithril Helm this late in the game? You know what? I'm not gonna even question it. It's just gonna be sold anyway. Just move on. Still not gonna get over it though. Alright, moving on. Hopefully I find something of use in this room. 2 chests. And I find 880 gil. Hey, money's money. Not gonna complain. Alright. And seeing as those monsters were Manticores, one of them actually managed to poison Duncan. Joel! Stop thinking about my game on my file on my cartridge of this game. Stop it. This is Joel, not Duncan. Let's get them confused. And we find 13,000 gil. Alright, I think I'm just going to go into this next room and I'm going to stop it off there because... Well, certainly we have to show off these enemies before we go to this room first. These are the Earth Medusa. Now, these guys are kind of like the regular Medusas. They still use the gaze ability, but I think they attack harder. See, they use their gaze ability. And they also cause paralysis! Isn't that nice? Hahaha! Your gaze has no effect on me! Evil snake-haired woman, you die! Alright, now you see this sort of odd-looking rock thing? Well, that is another key item. We take it, and we find out it's the adamantite. Now, what use does this have? Well, if you remember back in Mount Duragar, that one of the smiths, named Smithy, was looking for some adamantite. Well, now we have some, and when we bring it back to him, he can make us a brand spanking new sword. Well, seeming as this is going on for 22 minutes... I think I'm going to cut it off here because, well, I can. So, join me in the... So, that's about all I can do for now, because I'm going to be needed somewhere else in about a few minutes with another game, so... Speaking too much about my personal life here. That's confidential. Don't be writing this stuff down, so... I'm going to stop off this part here, and I will continue on in the next part, hopefully tomorrow. So without further ado, this is SymphonyFan64, signing off.